Welcome back. We're back and gone home. And like I've said before, this seems to be a singular narrative in that once you've played it through, that's the narrative. That's it. So you're done. So, bear that in mind if you're watching this to, this might spoil it for you. Just saying. But we're going to go upstairs. Oh, wait, no, there was something. Oh, sorry, there was something I missed. There was an obituary back here in this drawer. Read obituary. Okay. Oscar Doc Masson. Oscar Masson, 60, of Boone County, died peacefully last month in his home. Mr. Masson was born on September 8th, 1933, in the house that would be his home for the rest of his life. He attained his degree in pharmacy at a young age and returned to Boone County to practice. He quickly became a well-loved figure at the center of the community. In the decades preceding his passing, he was seldom seen outside of his home. God, that thunder. A service will be held this Sunday at the First Methodist Church at 1 o'clock p.m. All are welcome. His survivors include his nephew, Terrence Greenbrier, the dad, as well as, in spirit, the people of Boone County to whom he provided wellness and comfort. Oh, so he wasn't like a bad guy. He was probably just kind of a weirdo. So now we have explored all of downstairs, but we can't go this way, and we can't go to the basement. I am dreading the basement, as well as the supposed attic. Which means we have to go slowly upstairs. And light. Whew, okay, and rifle through all the things, like newspaper, cards, anything else? No, okay. Boone County. Plumes of smoke will rise above the northeast region of Boone County over the better part of next week as a part of the Forestry Service-run controlled burn of overgrowth sections of the Flintlock National Forest. Remember, our mom was like head of forestry things. Forestry crews have been preparing the area for months. The burn operation will take place between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly into Thursday, depending on the speed of progress, according to the Forestry Service. In addition to removing dead and overgrowth vegetation that can lead to wildfires in drier months, the operation will serve as a valuable training tool for the forestry and firefighter personnel involved. Senior conservatist Janice Greenbrier. That's mom. Smoke will likely linger in the area through the following weekend. Okay. Let's see. And that came out October 1st, 1994. When did we get home? Oh, okay, that must be a button. Okay. Personal calendar. Monday, couples counseling. Wednesday, cooking class. Ballroom dancing scratched out. Monday. So do you think, like, this, by crossing out, she did this, or it was canceled? Cook the big meal for Terry and Sam. So I guess she's going to cooking class, but maybe they're not doing ballroom dancing or couples counseling. Poor mom and dad. That's just sad. Okay. Open drawer. Sorry. Oh, no, open drawer. Grab pen. Okay. Examine form. Notice of temporary personal transfer. Bruce Middleton, head of personnel. Okay. To aid in the upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with expertise in the procedure is being transferred to the station at Flint National Forest. Please see attached personnel file. The overseeing officer of Forest Station, senior conservative, is charged with the supervision of transferred personnel. The duration of transfer will be based upon performance evaluation. Okay, wait. The overseeing officer with the supervision of transfer. So someone was transferred? Is mommy a whore? Is that a possibility? Oh, okay, wait. Let's look at it over here. For Sam. Oh. Is there another way to read this? Love things, eggs, tab, cherry. So this is just like... Okay, well... Oh.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls, I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Okay, so Sam has a friend, a gal pal, if you will, to whom it may concern. I, Samantha Greenbrier, am 17 years old, and therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going to the city on my own is, frankly, absurd. Compared with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just wanted to spend an evening in a normal and totally safe something on my own, like a human being. A totally safe... I don't know. And since... remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Oh, safe in the city. And your daughter Samantha. Okay, so she's rebelling, which is why the parents are like, a stranger's in our house. Ooh. Is there another... Oh, thank God. This must be Sam's room. Here's what I'm finding eternally interesting. So, Dad is reviewing VCR type stuff, like in CD players, maybe just VCRs. But anyway, electronics things. All the electronics are missing. Like all the VCRs are missing. Anyone else? Hey. Sounds like La Tigre or the Ya-Ya-Ya's. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. There's only so much I can stand. Oh, it's a board game. Got your number. Man, Sam. Oh, or Sam had this in like 4th grade. I love it. I love it. Oh, Sam is so cool. Oh, it's a little terrifying. The King's Labyrinth. Captain Allegra still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate on their way now grew closer to their goal. The throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the floor of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. Kind of a run-on sentence there, not gonna lie. From further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate stood silently ahead. Oh god, there's 3 pages of this. Let me take a sip. Oh. Obviously, she's kind of taking after her father in the writing. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper to the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap spilling forth otherworldly blue light. Okay. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. Skeletal and rotten robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb topping his royal scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like ghouls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks in the cave walls, pooled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down to the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, and then you..." But the first man interrupted. "No. I am smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystical energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She led up the silk line. "All traced by this invincible thread, of course." Allegra said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and wink, and dashed off. So obviously these are some very tight girlfriends. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly, you know what I mean, across the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his, "Wait, no, the singing stopped." The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging the line to signal her. No use. This could have been the scared girl on the answering machine. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop, even from across the yawning basin. Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran, summoning his undead power. The king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dark passage, much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running towards the sound. The line in Allegra's hands went taut. She shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering line. Twisting it around her arm, she came to its end. The unbreaking thread dangled limply. It's shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. Aw, little storytellers. So that's cool. Okay. Don't got that. Go away. Grab Steggy? Stelly? Nothing in here. Groove. What were the topics of this one? Oh, Kurt. Oh, Kurt. Miss Kurt. Some classics. Nothing much here. I guess, have we gone this way? Okay, let's check our map. Okay, so I'd rather turn on a light. Oh, is there not? Ooh. Okay. Read note. Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last weekend and and Todd won't shut up about it, so it's good, or we make fun of him like it. Okay. My mom is supposed to cook dinner for us, so maybe tonight is supposed to be the big dinner for a change, but I can just ditch out probably. What time? Also, isn't it supposed to be like really violent? Am I going to barf? According to Todd, it's pretty hardcore, I guess. Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart. Oh, way to ruin. Oh. Sam's friend's a total spoiler. Heroin needle, so that's kind of hilarious. Also, something about the cheeseburger is important. Scene again, 7:15, okay. Don't barf. Okay, so they're passing notes back to each other, and that's cute. This is the bathroom. What? Okay. Defensive measures. Oh.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy or good or whatever. That's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited. And the moment was gone.
Wow. Sam might have feelings for the girl. Which is totally fine. Good for her. Although, I guess it is kind of this era probably wouldn't be a really good time to do that in, but nowadays, totes okay. See, here's the thing. This looks bad. Anyone else? This looks like you know, someone left in a hurry.